build a road that meets government standards. A municipal road has to be a certain width to accommodate certain traffic. There's rules. And normally what happens is a property developer builds a road to government standards and then gives it to the municipality, right? So you want to subdivide and build a new subdivision, you build this expensive road, you subdivide the lots, you give the road to the city, and they come and start plowing and maintaining it. Under this system, you would be able to build your own private road and to a much smaller road. You still have to meet requirements for like emergency vehicles, like fire trucks and stuff, but you may not have to build it as wide. Instead of costing $1 million a kilometer, it might cost $700,000 a kilometer. In any case, you have savings, okay? You can also increase the density of development and create much more value in a rural property. Now, this is an example of a bare land subdivision, but under the old Condominium Act, one of the rules was that condos had to touch each other. Expand your mind to the idea of things that could be bought and then subdivided, right? You buy 100 acres of land, split it up 10 times, the 10-acre lots are worth more, right? So, under this new Condominium Act, you can get really... The lawyer that explained it during the seminar said that it would even make sense to go as small as a triplex or a duplex. This legislation in New Brunswick now catches us up to what came in the late 70s in Ontario. So, when you go to your bank and talk to them about this, the people in the bank, maybe not in the office locally, but within the bank hierarchy, know exactly what this is all about. They've seen it forever.
Most head offices are in Toronto.
Well, yeah. And here's the other thing too that has changed, which is significant for you guys that are into development. If you wanted to have staged development, this is now permitted under the Condo Act. So if you have, this is an aerial view of a big piece of land, and you're going to build a big tower full of condos, and then you want, in the future, want to build 2 more. Under the old Condominium Act, you would build this building, and then when it reaches significant completion, so you got drywall up, maybe and the painters have just shown up, then you register the condo. All the condos become individual PIDs, but then the exterior property, all the common element, becomes the property of the association. They just get it for free, okay? They now have to maintain it. But what would happen is if you built the first tower, and this was one piece of land, all of a sudden the condo association is given all this land that you intend to build on in the future. How are you going to finance Tower 2? You can't give the bank a mortgage because the condo association owns it, right? Under the new program, they will allow you to temporarily subdivide the common land. So when this building is complete, you have the condominium registered, it's all subdivided, but the condo association only gets this piece of land. You can retain the rest of the land under a separate temporary PID, and now you can go to the bank and say, I want to build Tower 2, I'll let you have a mortgage on the property to get financing. But that temporary subdivision cannot last forever that people come into, so there's number 1 is the Queen, number 2 is the bank, and the Queen basically is your municipality. So if you owe money on property taxes and you don't pay, and they decide they're going to sell your house on you to pay your taxes, the bank just has to live with that. In most cases, what the bank does is the bank pays them for you because they don't want to lose their position, right? So what happens under the new Condo Act is, guess who gets inserted in here is the condo corp. If you don't pay your fees in the condo corporation, the condo corp can sell your condo on you ahead of the bank.